You won't believe me, but I don't expect you to. No one else can see it. No one but me. And the more I notice it, the more real it becomes. But now, it won't go away. Do you believe in the unseen? Have you ever caught something in the corner of your eye, but when you turned, it was gone? Let's dive into a terrifying first-person horror story that will make you question what's real and what's lurking just behind you. It started small, almost laughable. A trick of the light, a shadow in the corner of my eye, a shape in a reflection that shouldn't be there. At first, I told myself it was nothing, just exhaustion, stress, maybe my imagination getting the best of me. But it wasn't. The more I noticed it, the more real it became, and now it won't go away. I live in the city, one of those places that never truly sleeps. Neon lights flicker at all hours. Car horns and distant sirens create an endless symphony of background noise, and people are everywhere. You'd think it would be impossible to feel alone in a place like this. But loneliness isn't about being surrounded by people. It's about knowing that, no matter how many people pass you on the street, none of them can help you. It started about a month ago. The first time I noticed it, I was coming home late from work. My apartment is nothing special, small, cluttered, the kind of place you stay in when you tell yourself you're just passing through, even if you've been there for years. I flipped on the lights, tossed my bag onto the couch, and caught my reflection in the hallway mirror. Only, something was off. You ever get that feeling? When you look at a mirror and for a split second, you're not sure if the reflection is really you? Like it's delayed by just a fraction of a second? That was how it felt, but only for a moment. I blinked, and everything was normal again. My reflection stared back, tired and unremarkable. Just me. I shook it off. Maybe I was just overtired, but then it happened again and again, and the more I saw it, the more I felt it. A presence. Watching. Waiting. At first, I tried to ignore it. That's what you do when something doesn't make sense, right? You rationalize. You explain it away. You tell yourself it's just a trick of the mind. But that's the thing about fear, it doesn't go away just because you pretend it isn't there. I started noticing small things. My keys weren't where I left them. My chair would be slightly pulled out from my desk when I came home. The TV would be on, playing static, even though I knew I had turned it off. I told myself I was just being forgetful, distracted. But deep down, I knew better. Then came the shadows. I'd be walking past a storefront, and for just a second, I'd see it in the reflection of the glass, a tall, dark shape standing behind me. But when I turned around, there was nothing. It was never there when I looked directly at it. Only in reflections. Only when I wasn't paying attention. I started getting anxious, paranoid. I told a friend about it over drinks one night, expecting, hoping that they'd say something reassuring, that they'd laugh and tell me I was being ridiculous. Instead, they just frowned. "You've been really stressed lately," they said. "Maybe you should see someone." Not exactly the response I wanted, but maybe they were right. Maybe it was just my mind playing tricks on me. I tried to ignore it, and that's when things got worse. The more I ignored it, the more persistent it became. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, convinced that something was standing over me. The air in my apartment felt thick, like the weight of an unseen presence pressing down on my chest. Then, one morning, I found scratches on my floor. Long, deep grooves in the wood, leading from my bedroom door to the mirror in the hallway. I lived alone. I tried to convince myself I had somehow done it in my sleep, even though that made no sense. Then came the handprints. They started appearing on my bathroom mirror. Faint at first, like smudges I hadn't noticed before. But every day, there were more. And they weren't mine. I tried cleaning the mirror, But no matter how many times I wiped it down, the prints would return. A little clearer, a little more distinct. One night, I turned on the bathroom light and saw them forming right in front of me. Slowly, as if someone on the other side of the glass was pressing their hands against it. I ran out of the apartment. That was the first time I truly understood. I wasn't just imagining this. Something was with me, something real, and it wasn't going to stop. I stopped sleeping properly. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt it watching me. I stopped looking into mirrors. Every time I did, I caught glimpses of something standing just behind me. I covered the bathroom mirror with a sheet. I avoided reflective surfaces as much as possible, but it didn't help because it was still there. And the worst part? I started seeing it in other places. I'd pass by store windows and catch a glimpse of that dark shape in the reflection. I'd glance at my phone screen and see movement behind me, even in other people's eyes. Just for a split second, I swore I saw something staring back at me. I told myself I was losing my mind. That's what everyone else seemed to think. My coworkers started looking at me differently. My friends stopped checking in, but I wasn't crazy because then it spoke to me. The first time, it was a whisper, just a breath against my ear, so faint I wasn't sure I had really heard it. But the second time, I was in bed, staring at the ceiling, too afraid to move. And in the silence of my dark apartment, I heard it. A voice, right next to me. "I see you." I bolted upright, heart pounding. But I was alone. Or so I thought, because when I dared to look toward the mirror, I saw it. Not just a shadow, not just a fleeting glimpse. It was standing there, tall, dark, featureless, a void in the shape of a man, and it was looking right at me. I ran. I didn't think. I didn't stop. I just grabbed my keys and sprinted out of my apartment, down the stairs, into the streets. The city was alive, full of people, but I felt more alone than ever, because it was still there. In every reflective surface, I saw it, towering behind me in glass windows, shifting in the puddles on the pavement, watching from the blackened screens of storefront TVs. And the worst part? It was getting clearer. No longer just a shadow, but something more. Something real. I made it to my car and nearly dropped my keys trying to get in. I didn't know where I was going, just away, as far as possible. But as I pulled onto the road, my headlights illuminated something ahead. A mirror. A full-length, antique mirror, propped up in the middle of the street. I slammed the brakes. My breath caught in my throat, because in that mirror, I saw myself. And standing behind me, no, reaching for me, was the figure. And this time, it had a face. I don't remember what happened next. Maybe I blacked out. Maybe I lost time. All I know is, when I finally came to, I was somewhere else. Another city. Another apartment. I don't know how I got here. I don't know if I really escaped. But I do know one thing. Every time I catch my reflection on a car window, a television screen, the back of a spoon, I see it, standing just a little closer. And I know, deep in my bones, that one day soon, I won't be able to look away. I thought leaving would save me, but it's still watching. What do you think? Is the protagonist truly free, or is the horror just beginning? Have you ever experienced something lurking in the shadows of your vision? Comment below and share your thoughts. If you love unsettling horror, don't forget to like and subscribe for more terrifying stories. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new nightmare.